Putin are arresting his military generals in Wagner uprising. Oh, I mean, this the next video, so I'm curious.
Biggest news today is that Surovikin is not in prison. Yesterday, it was reported by the Moscow Times that he is in prison for his role in the Wagner mutiny.
But now it says
today's
he's
reports
not.
have clarified that he is not in prison, but at a secure location where he's being held against his will. And FSB officers are questioning him over his role in the Wagner mutiny. I know it sounds like a prison, but the Kremlin has clarified that it's definitely not a prison. Additionally, there are reports that Prigozhin refused to sign the contracts with Russia's Ministry of Defense, and therefore his fighters will not take part in the Ukraine conflict. This is definitely good news for Ukraine, and this is making Russia desperate. Yesterday, a Russian missile struck a pizzeria in Kramatorsk, killing 12 people, including 3 children.
Why a pizzeria?
The scenes from there are truly heartbreaking, as I'll be getting into soon.
Yeah.
This just further cements that Putin's government is a terrorist organization who is now attacking civilians in its senseless war.
All these
and be sure
hands,
to hit that like button.
Bro.
YouTube is most definitely going to suppress this video since we're talking about war and a missile strike, but it is the reality that Ukrainian citizens are facing every day. And I wouldn't feel right not sharing their truth just to please the YouTube algorithm. That's why your likes help me out a lot when covering topics like these. Alright, let's get started. Yesterday, the New York Times, Moscow Times, and a few other big news organizations reported that Putin arrested Russian General Sergei Surovikin and his deputy for their role in the coup. General Surovikin is a respected military leader who helped shore up defenses across the battle lines after Ukraine's counteroffensive last year. He was replaced as the top commander in January, but retained influence in running war operations, and he remains popular among the troops. So I think as to not piss off the troops who admire Surovikin, the Kremlin is now trying to walk back these reports. Yesterday, a Kremlin spokesperson, Peskov, denied these reports, but today he's having a hard time giving any answer relating to Surovikin. Question: there's a lot of speculation about General Surovikin and his resignation.
Could you add on to that and let us know what is going on? I'm not too sure about that.
Clarify what's going on with him. Has he been suspended? Answer: no. Unfortunately, no. And I would recommend you contact the Ministry of Defense. This is the ministry's prerogative. Question: the thing is, we contacted the Ministry of Defense and received no comments. But do we know where General Surovikin is now? And is it really reported that he's been arrested? Answer: I have nothing to add here because I've already said everything on the subject. Then there was a report from former chief editor of Echo of Moscow Radio, Alexei Venediktov. He said that Surovikin has not been in contact with his family for 3 days, and that his bodyguards have not been responding to attempts to contact either. To fight this report, Surovikin's daughter stated that her father is at work, and everything's alright with him. Answer: honestly, no. Nothing happened to him. He's at his workplace. Question: you're in touch with him, right? Answer: yeah, he's fine. Question: he hasn't disappeared anywhere? Nobody arrested him? Answer: no, of course not. Well, when does he show up in the media every day? He's never made an appearance. Question: and you're in touch with him? And you're in touch with security, and none of this is true, am I right? Answer: my understanding is that things are kind of flowing the way they usually do. Everybody's at their workplaces. Everything's fine. All this sounds like an elaborate effort to have everyone believe that Surovikin was not arrested, because the arrest news could create more cracks in the Russian military. If he, in fact, was free, then why wouldn't he just publicly come out and say so? Let me remind you, he was the first person to publicly release a video statement when Prigozhin started his march. And now he's nowhere to be found to clarify that rumors of his arrest are false. The story that the Kremlin is trying to sell here just doesn't make much sense. Only one piece of information is credible in this whole mess. Although General Sergei Surovikin's whereabouts are unknown following the Wagner mutiny, it's reportedly not true that he's in Lefortovo prison or pre-trial detention, as was reported yesterday. As for Surovikin's whereabouts, a VCHK OGPU source says, all we can say with certainty is that Surovikin and a group of people very close to him have gone out of touch. For 2 days, everyone has been unavailable, including people who have been with him for a long time. According to Mikhail Khodorkovsky's dossier center, Surovikin, a longtime ally of Wagner leader Yevgeny Prigozhin, is an honorary member of the Wagner Group, along with 30 other Russian generals and officials. It's likely they're all under suspicion now. Bloomberg also reports that the general is being kept in one place, but it isn't in prison. and investigators are treating him cautiously to avoid antagonizing others within the military who admire Surovikin's record of achievements with the army. Sergei Surovikin was quizzed by officials representing military prosecutors over several days about his links to Wagner mercenary leader Yevgeny Prigozhin. There's also reports that General Surovikin's deputy, Air Force Commander General Kolyudin, has been dismissed from the Russian armed forces. But there hasn't been a complete confirmation on this, so this is likely still just a rumor. With all the information that I'm sharing with you guys, I do want to emphasize that everything must be taken with a grain of salt. We are currently in an information war between Russia and Ukraine. There's a strong possibility that some rumors are fed by the other side just to create more chaos in their opposition's camp. And that's why whenever I see that something that I have reported is not true, I always make sure to point it out to you guys so that you can have the most up-to-date and most credible information. Even then, everything still must be taken with a grain of salt. Moving on to some Prigozhin news, he has refused to sign the contract with the Ministry of Defense, and now this means that Wagner will not be fighting in Russia's special military operation.
За несколько дней Министерство обороны, за несколько дней до попытки мятежа, Министерство обороны заявило о том, что все формирования, которые выполняют боевые задачи, должны подписать контракт с Минобороны. И все начали это решение, абсолютно правильное решение.
Started executing that decision. It was absolutely the right one. No one except Mr. Then he was told that in.
Тогда ему было сообщено, что в таком случае
the case Wagner will not participate.
Участие в специальной военной операции.
Will not receive financial money and from.
Не будет.
This is principle, if not.
Финансирование, материальные средства. А для господина Пригожина это основное, если не главное.
Crucial. And the following was set up.
Сложилось следующее. Первое – это деньги. Второе – это глупые и непомерные амбиции. А третье – это возбужденное состояние вкупе. Все это вылилось в попытку государственной измены и обман своих боевых товарищей. Это надо знать. Спасибо.
This information is reported by the Russian head of Defense Committee, Andrei Kartopolov, and it has been confirmed by the head of Ukrainian intelligence service, Kirilo Bundanov. So this is not some kind of psyop. Wagner is truly out of this war, which is great news for Ukraine, since Wagner was one of the most brutal and effective forces Russia had. Also, I don't think anyone should be surprised by Prigozhin's actions. I've been saying this from the beginning, he is a businessman, and Wagner was a business to him.
And they weren't giving him the money for the bullets or the money, whatever. And so he's like, you know what, we're drawing out. Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for me to get into power. Let me see what I could do. And then he starts everything.
No wonder he stops his services when Russia stops paying him for fighting in Ukraine. This does make Russia more desperate in the war, and it seems like they are now targeting civilians again. On Tuesday, the Russian army launched 2 missile attacks on the city of Kramatorsk in the Donetsk region. One missile hit a restaurant in the central part of the city, and the second hit a restaurant in a rural village. The total death toll of Russia's attacks is 12 people. 65 more were injured, according to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Among the dead were 3 children who were killed in a pizzeria.
Yo, that is... Because I went to the cafe here, I took a picture of everything, and the cafe blew out. There were no window pans, no windows, no doors, nothing. This is what I saw. Devastation is horror. It's the 21st century. I do not know how to put it in words, my son. It's the 21st... Bro, I'm getting shivers. Like, that's crazy. Basically, it's the 21st century. I can't believe we're still fighting wars, bro. Like, and still targeting civilians. Like, you don't know where you should be targeting. Like, bro. Died in the war. It is hard for me now. And now it has happened. Damn. We were sitting at home watching TV and we heard a whistle. I thought it was just missiles flying. This is normal.
Make your next spending spree interest-free. For a limited time, get 0% APR for 12.
Это нормально в регионе, и
This is normal in our region. Calling that normal is crazy, bro.
Я думаю, что сейчас упадет где-то рядом, но всегда как-то везло больше и пролетало где-то подальше от нас. Но в этот раз не пронесло, так сказать. Очень много скорых, это сразу
If the missile is about to fall, it's immediately frightened because it's clear at once how many casualties there are. It's scary to watch these events live because photos and videos don't show it. Everything that is on TV doesn't compare. Yeah, that's true. That's probably true. Being there is,
Some pro-war Russians took great pleasure from the Ukrainian deaths and destruction. Here are some messages from a Russian Telegram group on the news that a baby was injured during a Russian missile strike on Kramatorsk. I don't want to read these messages, you can pause and read them if you'd like. But as Anton said in the tweet, it seems important to show everyone who Ukrainians are dealing with. New polls out of Russia also shed more light on how Russians think about this war. It's important to note that polls were conducted before the Wagner mutiny, and shows nearly equal number of Russians wanting to continue the war or start peace negotiations.
Why would you want to continue the war for what, nigga? First, you got your whole thing is going to collapse, bro. Like, right now, you are headed in a way that your whole system, everything around you is going to collapse because you keep being dumb and you want to continue the war? Okay, man.
However, 64% support a fresh attack on Kyiv, and 58% believe the war is going well. 45% of respondents supported the...
They need to watch his channel because it's showing that the war isn't. Because one, Russia is a lot bigger than Ukraine. So you like, even though Ukraine is getting help from the outside, so is Russia really. But like Putin was expecting an easy fight, and he's not getting that. They're actually fighting back. So the fact that you haven't already won proves that it's not going well.
Continuation of the war, while 44% wanted to see peace negotiations. If Putin decided to attack Kyiv again, 64% would support it. 23% would not support it. The number supporting peace negotiations would increase to 53% if a new mobilization was required to continue the war. 35% would still support the war even if there was another mobilization. 72% would support Putin signing a peace agreement tomorrow. However, 20% would want to keep fighting. 58% believe the war is going well, with only 21% believing it's going badly. This figure has barely changed since April of 2022, despite all of Russia's setbacks in the meantime. Only 12% support a Russian withdrawal from Ukraine. 39% want to see a fresh offensive, with another 30% preferring to hold Russia's current position in Ukraine. 73% of respondents believe that Russia is now moving in the right direction.
Really?
69% believe that the war is strengthening Russia's authority in the world.
Is it? Is it though? Because you guys, there's other videos where you guys have to give stuff away just to get any money, bro. For these people voting or agreeing with the war, watch what happens when the collapse happens and they got like nothing and they're struggling. And then they're like, why would we have won it? Why did we go to war? We shouldn't have gone to war. Bro.
This figure increases to 82%.
Your president, not like 3 days ago, not 3 days ago, but like from this video, like hours ago, from the video, which was 8 days ago, so like 12 days ago, admitted of war crimes, which is not helpful for you guys because that's going to come with charges, bro. I don't know who's going to charge them or how they're going to get the money out of them, but come on.
Among viewers of state-run TV, only 21% disagree. 62% feel that they are not personally at risk in the war. Women, about 43%, are more likely to feel at risk than men, about 26%. There is widespread distrust about state-run media reporting on the war. 46%.
They're probably not getting all the info. Do they have YouTube there? Because they need to I mean, probably Russian YouTubers can't really like comment or say certain stuff, or they might get a knocking at their door.
Percent trusted, but 45% don't. 45% say they are not tired of news about the war, but 40% say that they are tired of it. 81% have heard about the destruction of the Kakhovka Dam. 41% blame Ukraine, with others blaming the United States, about 10%.
How?
Russia, 6%, or Europe, 3%.
How do you fix that? Like, real question. If a dam breaks, how do you fix that? Because all that water, it's not like you could stop that water. So I'm curious.
Older people and those who habitually get their information from state-run TV are more likely to blame Ukraine. 35% say they would like to wind the clock back and not go to war. but
Smart.
49% say they oppose such a cancellation.
Cancellation.
Men, about 57%, and respondents aged 45 and older, about 56 to 58%, are more likely to oppose cancellation of the war. Young people aged 18 to 29, about 53%, are the only demographic with a majority who say the war should not have been fought.
At least the young people, they're dumb. The old niggas need to die. Like, honestly, this is what I always say. Like, for there to actually be change, the old niggas in power need to die. So then the younger nigga who get old fucking learn from the old niggas that died mistakes. Like, honestly, that's how it goes, bro. But until they die, it's gonna be like that.
If you enjoyed today's video, check out the Patreon link below to support the channel, and be sure to drop a like below to help us out with the algorithm.
That's honestly how I see shit, bro. Like, until the old people die, then there's gonna be like not really much change, because young people could only control so much. Because like, for you to be president, you got to be like 45 or 55 or some shit like that. Hold on, requirements to be president. You got to be 35. 35. Most of them aren't 35, and 14 years in the US. But most of them aren't 35, bro. Most of them. Okay then. Age of recent presidents. Like, bro, when they got him. Wait, is this age of? Yeah, when they got in power, recent presidents. That's the first. Wait, Joe Biden 78, Donald Trump 70, 69, 68. Hold on, bro. Show me the order in order, bro. Hold on. I don't want to type that. News. Hold on. I know Wiki isn't a trustworthy site, but I don't care right now, bro. Joe Biden, 78, 70. The youngest nigga was Obama at 47. And then it goes 54, 46, 64. Like, bro, the requirement is damn near be 40 years old to be president, bro. And by the time you're 40, you already have, or the time you're 70, you already have your mind made up about certain shit, and you're most likely not changing it. So until you die and somebody younger but still old as fuck takes power, nothing's gonna change. But yeah, like, subscribe, see you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night, and bye. And let me know what you think about my take.